It's been a journey of more than 6,000 miles, and still it isn't nearly over. Ukrainians continue to arrive in Mexico, a country for which they don't need a visa and which they hope is a step towards sanctuary. This sports complex is now home to 100 or so, a playground outside, the rows of bunk beds inside, and for Elena, the 5th country in a month since leaving Ukraine.
You feel safe. You are not in Ukraine, but your heart and your mind, all your thoughts, it's about Ukraine, because my relatives in Kiev, and it's very stressful. It's hard. You don't know where to go. You don't know what you're expecting in another place. You can't start your life again. I don't know how to do that.
Can you feel hope or positive? I mean, is there anything that
All
gives
day,
you hope?
every minute, really. But when you open news, it's I don't know. It's every day it's harder and harder. It's worse, and I don't know.
The appeal here in Tijuana is obvious. That brown fence is the border. On the other side, the United States. It is the promise of America that's attracted so many Ukrainians. Over the past few weeks, more than 20,000 Ukrainians have passed into the US through this border crossing. But last weekend, the rules changed. Now they have to go through a formal process. It meant the chance of reaching America here disappeared overnight. In the shelter, they still hoped there'd be a way. But while we were there, they were called together for an announcement. No one will be crossing the border in Tijuana. You can feel the disappointment. After everything, now this. Oksana, with her twins, said she felt crushed. We're in shock, she said. We don't know what we have to do now, but there are lots of people who have the same problem. It's hard. For her children, she sees the positives. They feel good here because they don't hear the sirens, she said. They're not having to go to bed in their clothes because they don't know what will happen at night. The spirit of the children is what keeps them going, but they now face hundreds of more miles of travel, more uncertainty, and this place about to close for good. Still, they hope, though, because without that, they say, what else is there? Greg Milam, Sky News, Tijuana.